Are you ready to have your mind scrambled? What if I told you that the humble egg, a staple in kitchens worldwide, has been hiding secrets that could revolutionize your health and culinary experience? Brace yourself because in the next few minutes, we're about to crack open a treasure trove of information that will forever change the way you look at this seemingly simple food. Imagine discovering that the eggs you've been eating your entire life have been robbing you of essential nutrients, or worse, potentially, making you sick. It's a shocking reality that countless people face every day without even realizing it. But fear not. We're about to embark on a journey that will transform you from an egg amateur to an egg connoisseur. These aren't just minor slip-ups. We're talking about errors that could be sabotaging your health, wasting your money, and denying you the true deliciousness that eggs have to offer, from storage snafus to cooking catastrophes. We're covering it all. And trust me, you won't believe number 5. It's a mistake, so common yet so detrimental. It might just make you question everything you thought you knew about this protein-packed powerhouse. So are you ready to transform your egg game and unlock a world of flavor, nutrition, and culinary mastery? In this video, we'll reveal 8 critical mistakes that even the most seasoned home cooks make when it comes to eggs. We will now examine these 8 fatal mistakes by counting from 8 to 1 mistake. 8. Overcooking eggs. Cooking eggs for too long can result in both a loss of nutrients and a change in texture that may not be desirable. Overcooking eggs, whether they are boiled, scrambled, or fried, can lead to unpleasant changes that affect the final dish's flavor and texture. When eggs are overcooked, the proteins in the egg whites and yolks begin to break down in a way that causes them to become tough, rubbery, or chalky. For example, overcooked scrambled eggs are often dry, crumbly, and hard to swallow, rather than the fluffy, creamy texture that is desirable in boiled eggs. The yolk may become grayish-green around the edges, which is not only visually unappealing, but also signals that the egg has been subjected to excessive heat. The greenish hue comes from the reaction between sulfur compounds in the egg white and iron in the yolk, which occurs when eggs are boiled for too long. Beyond affecting the texture and appearance, overcooking eggs can also lead to a decrease in nutritional quality. Heat can degrade the vitamins and other nutrients in eggs, especially if they are exposed to prolonged high temperatures. For example, some studies have shown that overcooking eggs can result in the loss of certain antioxidants and vitamins, such as vitamin B12 and vitamin A. Additionally, overcooking eggs can cause a decrease in the availability of some essential amino acids that are crucial for muscle repair and other bodily functions. To avoid overcooking eggs, it's important to monitor the cooking time closely for hard-boiled eggs. It is recommended to cook them for about 9 to 12 minutes, depending on how firm you like the yolk for scrambled eggs. Cook them over medium-low heat and stir frequently to prevent them from becoming too dry or overcooked when frying eggs. It's best to cook them on low to medium heat to avoid crisping the edges too much, while ensuring the whites are full set without making the yolk too firm. Mistake. 7. Consuming old or expired eggs. Consuming eggs that are old or expired can pose several risks to both your health and the overall enjoyment of the dish. The freshness of eggs can significantly affect their taste, texture, and even safety. To avoid potential issues, it's important to recognize the signs of an expired egg and learn how to store them properly. One of the most effective ways to determine if eggs are still fresh is by performing the float test. This simple method involves filling a bowl with water and gently placing the egg inside. If the egg sinks to the bottom and lays flat on its side, it is still fresh. If the egg stands upright or floats, it is no longer fresh and should be discarded. The reason behind this is that as eggs age, the liquid inside them begins to evaporate, causing the egg to shrink and the air cell to expand, which results in the floating effect. In addition to the float test, other signs can help determine whether an egg is still good for mistake. 6. Using excessive oil or butter while adding oil or butter to eggs during cooking can enhance their flavor and texture. Using too much fat can lead to excessive calorie intake and negatively impact your health. Many people are accustomed to frying eggs in a generous amount of butter or oil, but this practice can increase the overall fat content of the meal, which may not be ideal for those watching their calorie or fat consumption when eggs are cooked with large amounts of oil or butter. The calorie count increases significantly. For example, just 1 TBSP of butter adds approximately 100 calories and 11 grams of fat to your eggs, for those who are trying to maintain a healthy weight or reduce their intake of saturated fat. These extra calories can quickly add up. In fact, a typical serving of scrambled eggs, cooked with excessive butter or oil, could easily surpass 400 or 500 calories, making it a less than ideal choice for people trying to control their diet. Additionally, using too much oil or butter can also alter the taste and texture of the eggs. The rich, creamy flavor of butter may overpower the delicate taste of the eggs themselves, while excessive oil can make the eggs greasy, diminishing the overall eating experience, while a small amount of fat is necessary to enhance the cooking process. Cess and prevent the eggs from sticking to the pan. Moderation is key. A teaspoon of butter or a light drizzle of oil can provide enough flavor and help achieve a smooth, creamy texture without the added calories and greasy feeling for a healthier alternative. Consider using non-stick cooking spray or a small amount of olive oil, which contains healthy monounsaturated fats. Non-stick pans also allow for cooking eggs with minimal fat, while still ensuring they don't stick to the surface. Alternatively, poaching eggs or baking them in the oven can also be a healthier option, as these methods typically require little to no added fat mistake. 5. Cracking eggs directly into the pan. Cracking eggs directly into the pan is a common practice, especially when preparing scrambled eggs or frying eggs. However, this approach can lead to several problems that could affect both the cooking process and the final result. While it may seem convenient, cracking eggs directly into the pan can introduce contaminants, cause uneven cooking, and even result in broken eggshells in your dish. One of the primary reasons for avoiding cracking eggs directly into the pan is the risk of contamination. Raw eggs can carry bacteria like salmonella, which can lead to foodborne illness. If the eggs are not handled properly, when eggs are cracked into a pan, any bacteria present on the shell can be transferred to the cooking surface. If the eggshell breaks or the egg spills onto the stove, it can further spread bacteria around your kitchen, increasing the risk of cross-contamination. Cracking eggs into a separate bowl before adding them to the pan is a simple but effective way to reduce this risk by cracking eggs into a clean bowl. First, you can inspect them for any cracks or imperfections that might compromise the egg safety. It also gives you an opportunity to check for freshness, as previously discussed, before cooking the eggs. If you spot any broken shell or abnormalities, you can discard the egg and avoid adding it to your dish. Another benefit of cracking eggs into a bowl before cooking is the ability to ensure even cooking. When eggs are cracked directly into the pan, they may spread unevenly, resulting in uneven cooking or burning of some parts of the egg. While others remain undercooked, cracking the eggs into a bowl allows you to gently whisk them or add seasoning before pouring them into the pan, leading to a more consistent and controlled cooking process. Cracking eggs into a bowl first also allows for better egg preparation, such as adding herbs, spices, or other ingredients. This can enhance the flavor of your eggs, as the seasonings can be more evenly distributed, ensuring that every bite is well seasoned. Mistake 4. Poor kitchen hygiene. Proper food hygiene is essential for ensuring that eggs are safe to eat. Raw eggs, like other raw animal products, can carry harmful bacteria such as salmonella. Therefore, it is crucial to handle eggs with care to avoid cross-contamination and the spread of pathogens in the kitchen. One of the most common mistakes people make when preparing eggs is neglecting to wash their hands and utensils after handling raw eggs. After cracking eggs, it is essential to wash your hands thoroughly with soap and water to remove any potential bacteria. Even though the eggshell may appear clean, it can still carry bacteria from the farm or transport process. When cracking eggs, you may inadvertently touch the shell yolk or egg white, transferring bacteria to your hands. Failing to wash your hands afterward can spread these bacteria to other foods' kitchen surfaces or utensils, which can lead to foodborne illnesses. In addition to washing your hands, it's equally important to clean any utensils, cutting boards, or bowls that have come into contact with raw eggs. This includes whisks, spatula, and even the countertop or stovetop. If any egg spills, cross-contamination can occur easily in the kitchen, especially if raw eggs are left on surfaces or mixed with ready-to-eat. Foods, simply rinsing the utensils with water is not enough to remove harmful bacteria. They should be washed with hot soapy water and sanitized with an appropriate disinfectant. If necessary, proper kitchen hygiene also extends to storing eggs. Eggs should be stored in their original cart in the refrigerator to prevent contamination from other foods. If an egg cracks before you use it, discard it immediately to avoid the risk of bacterial growth. Mistake 3. Improper seasoning when it comes to cooking eggs. Seasoning plays a crucial role in enhancing their flavor. Eggs, while delicious on their own, often benefit from the addition of herbs, spices, or condiments that complement their natural taste. However, the way you season your eggs can make all the difference, whether you skip seasoning entirely or overdo it. Both approaches can leave your eggs lacking in flavor or tasting overly salty and unbalanced. Skipping seasoning entirely is one of the most common mistakes people make when preparing eggs. Some might assume that eggs, due to their rich flavor, do not need any additional seasoning. While eggs do have a natural taste, they are relatively mild and can easily become bland without a little seasoning. Adding a pinch of salt and pepper. Pepper or other seasoning options can elevate the flavor and bring out the best in eggs. For instance, a sprinkle of fresh herbs, such as chives or parsley, can add a fresh, bright flavor that complements eggs beautifully. A dash of paprika or cayenne pepper can provide a gentle kick, while a small amount of cheese can make scrambled eggs creamy and flavorful. On the other hand, over-seasoning is just as problematic. Too much salt, for example, can quickly overpower the delicate flavor of eggs and result in an unpleasantly salty taste. Similarly, an excess of other spices, such as garlic powder or chili flakes, can drown out the natural flavor of the eggs. The key to seasoning eggs is to find the right balance. A light sprinkle of salt and pepper is usually enough to bring out the egg's natural taste. If you prefer more robust flavors, you can experiment with other herbs and spices, but be mindful of the quantities you use. It's also important to consider the timing of when add seasoning. Salt, for example, can cause the proteins and eggs to break down if added too early, leading to a watery texture. It's generally best to add salt just before or after cooking to avoid this issue. Mistake 2. Using the wrong cooking utensils. The utensils you use to prepare eggs can significantly impact the final result. Yet many people overlook this important detail. Using improper or low-quality cooking tools can lead to sticking, uneven cooking, or even damage to your cookware. For instance, cooking eggs in a pan without a non-stick coating can cause them to stick, making both cooking and cleaning more challenging. Similarly, using metal utensils on non-stick pans can scratch the surface, reducing the pan's lifespan and affecting the egg's quality to achieve the best results. It's important to choose the right tools. Non-stick pans are ideal for cooking eggs, as they allow you to use minimal oil or butter, while ensuring the eggs do not stick to the surface. Additionally, silicone or wooden utensils are gentle on non-stick surfaces and prevent scratching. Avoid using sharp or abrasive tools, as they can damage both your cookware and your eggs. Proper utensil choice also extends to how you prepare your eggs. For instance, using a balloon whisk can help achieve a light and fluffy texture when scrambling eggs, while a slotted spoon is perfect for gently removing poached eggs from water. These small adjustments can greatly enhance your cooking process and ensure that your eggs are cooked evenly and taste their best. By paying attention to the utensils you use, you can not only improve the texture and appearance of your eggs, but also extend the life of your cookware, making your kitchen experience more enjoyable and efficient. Discarding egg yolks in many diets. Egg yolks have gotten a bad reputation due to their cholesterol content. As a result, many people discard the yolk in favor of the egg whites, believing that the whites are the only part of the egg worth eating. However, this practice often overlooks the nutritional benefits of the yolk, which contains valuable vitamins, minerals, and healthy fats. Discarding the yolk unnecessarily can result in missed opportunities to enjoy a more balanced and nutritious meal. Egg yolks are rich in nutrients including vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, and several B vitamins, such as B12 and folate. The yolk also contains important fats, including omega-3 fatty acids, which are essential for heart health and cognitive function. While it's true that egg yolks are higher in cholesterol compared to the whites, research has shown that dietary cholesterol does not have the same impact on blood cholesterol levels for most people, as once believed in. Fact, egg yolks can be part of a healthy, balanced diet when eaten in moderation. For individuals concerned about calorie intake or cholesterol, it's important to note that there are ways to enjoy the nutritional benefits of egg yolks without overdoing it. One approach is to use a combination of whole eggs and egg whites in recipes, allowing you to benefit from the nutrients in the yolk while reducing the overall calorie and fat content. For instance, using 1 or 2 whole eggs in an omelet or scrambled eggs, and then adding additional egg whites can provide a balanced mix of proteins, vitamins, and healthy fats. If you do choose to discard the yolks, make sure you're not overlooking the white part of the egg, which is also highly nutritious. Egg whites are packed with protein and low in calories, making them an excellent choice for those looking to increase their protein intake without adding excess fat or cholesterol to their diet. However, relying solely on egg whites can sometimes lead to a lack of essential fats and vitamins, which can be important for overall health. By keeping a balance of yolks and whites in your egg consumption, you can ensure that you're getting a full range of nutrients. Eggs are a staple food enjoyed by millions for their versatility, affordability, and rich nutritional profile. However, making common mistakes when handling cooking or storing eggs can compromise their taste, safety, and health benefits. By avoiding these pitfalls, you can enhance your culinary experience while maximizing the value eggs bring to your diet by adopting these practices. You can enjoy eggs as a delicious, safe, and nutritious part of your meals. Make these adjustments today to elevate your egg cooking skills and overall eating experience.